Hello and welcome to the SAFI Software Learning Center. This next video will demonstrate the different camera tools. To do so, we will be using a 3D model. The Translate command moves the view of the structure horizontally and vertically. The command can be activated with the keyboard shortcut T or by clicking the translation icon. Next, you may move the view by clicking on the structure and by moving the mouse while continuing to hold the left button of the mouse. Release the mouse button to stop the movement. To set the translation in a particular direction, left to right or top to bottom, click with the right button of the mouse on the structure and select the desired option from the context menu. By selecting the X direction, we can see that the structure only moves horizontally, and if we select the Y direction, the structure only moves vertically. The current option is marked with a check. To quit the command, press the Escape button on your keyboard. If your mouse has a wheel, you can perform this action by pressing Ctrl and click on the wheel of your mouse. This can be done without activating the translation icon. It is also possible to perform a translation using the keyboard arrows without having to activate the translation command. To do so, simply press the arrow keys. The translation operation may be performed at all times even when an interactive graphical command is active. For example, we will open the member loads command. We can see that the command is still active. To exit the command, use the Escape button on your keyboard. We will now see the Rotate command. This command rotates the view of the structure in the space. The rotation is made according to the geometric center of the structure, the rotation axis being determined by the geometric center and by the movement of the mouse. To activate this command, click on the Rotate button or use the keyboard shortcut R. You may rotate the view by clicking on the structure and by moving the mouse while keeping the left button of the mouse pressed. Release the button at the end of the rotation. To set the rotation around a particular axis, click on the right button of the mouse on the structure and select the desired option. The current option is marked with a check. It is possible to change the center of rotation by double-clicking on the structure where you want to define the new center of rotation. The new rotation center will be marked by a red dot. It is also possible to perform a rotation using the keyboard arrows without having to activate the rotation command. To do so, press the Ctrl key and press the arrow keys. The left and right arrows allow you to rotate around the model's y-axis, while at the top, the up and down keys allow you to rotate the view around the screen's x-axis. The center of rotation is not modified when rotating the view using the keyboard keys if the center of rotation is located inside the screen. In the case where the center of rotation is located outside the screen, it is automatically moved to the center of the screen. This operation may be performed at all times even when the interactive graphical command is active. If you have a wheel mouse, you may also perform a rotation of the view without having to activate the rotation command by clicking the wheel and moving the mouse. The Orbit command rotates the view of the structure in the space. The rotation is made around the screen's X and Y axes according to the center of the screen, the rotation being determined by the screen center and by the movement of the mouse. Click on the Orbit button to activate the command. You may rotate the view by clicking on the structure and by moving the mouse while keeping the left button of the mouse pressed. Release the mouse button to end the rotation. The Orbit command is restrained by the screen's X and Y axes. The rotation around the screen's Z axis is made with the Roll command. To make a rotation around the geometric center of the structure, use the Rotate command. To set the rotation around a particular axis, screen's X and Y, click with the right button of the mouse on the structure and select the desired option. The current option is marked with a check. To exit the command, use the Escape button on your keyboard. The Roll command rotates the view of the structure in the space. The rotation is made around the screen's Z-axis and according to the center of the screen. Click on the Roll button to activate the command. You may rotate the view of the structure by clicking on the structure and by moving the mouse while keeping the left button of the mouse pressed. Release the mouse button to end the rotation. The Roll command is restrained to the screen's Z-axis. To exit the command, use the Escape button on your keyboard. The Zoom Region command refines the view of the structure by restraining the view of a specific area. Click on the Zoom Region button to activate the command. We can then click on the structure and move the mouse while keeping the left button of the mouse pressed. The red rectangle that appears defines the portion of the structure that will compose the new view. Release the button to end the command and create the new view of the structure. The Zoom Region command does not modify the orientation of the camera, only the field view is modified. To exit the command, use the Escape button on your keyboard. The Uniform Zoom command scales the view of the entire structure. Click on the Uniform Zoom button to activate the command. Then, click on the structure and move the mouse towards the top or the right to enlarge the view, or towards the left or the bottom to reduce it. Release the button to end the command. You can zoom using the mouse wheel. The structure will be zoomed with respect to the mouse cursor. To exit the command, use the Escape button on your keyboard. The following buttons quickly change the view on the screen. The different views are Top View, Bottom View, Right View, Left View, Rear View, Front View, and Isometric. The Fit to Screen command scales the view of the structure so that it is the largest possible that fits into the SAFI main window. The Reset Camera command repositions the view of the structure to its original state. The view of the structure becomes a full-screen isometric view. The Hide Unselected command allows you to hide all elements of the structure that are not selected. When the command is activated, all elements of the structure that are not selected will be hidden. No graphical operation may be performed on hidden elements. The Dim Unselected command allows you to dim all elements of the structure that are not selected. When the command is activated, all visible elements of the structure that are not selected are dimmed. No graphical operation may be performed on the dimmed elements. The Hide Selected command allows you to hide all elements of the structure that are currently selected. When the command is activated, all elements of the structure that are selected will be hidden. No graphical operation may be performed on hidden elements. Note that the hidden elements are automatically removed from the current selection. The Dim Selected command allows you to dim all elements of the structure that are currently selected. When the command is activated, all visible elements of the structure that are currently selected are dimmed. No graphical operation may be performed on dimmed elements. Note that the dimmed elements are automatically removed from the current selection. The Manage Views command allows you to save the current view of the structure for later use or to restore a previously saved view. For example, we could define a right view and select the second floor elements to hide them. Then, we could define a random view to save. To save the view, we go into Manage Views. We create a new view and name it First Floor. Now that the view has been created, we will restore the default view by showing all the elements in an isometric view. To restore the saved view, we go into Manage Views, select the saved view, and click on Restore. I hope you enjoyed this video. For more information, please visit our website at www.safi.com.